Hey guys, this is D-Man Games, and today we have a special guest, the developer of Mike's Garden. We have Pietro from Unchoose Studios here to kind of play this game alongside us and then give us a kind of an insider's, developer's point of view of how Mike's Garden was kind of created. Hi, Pietro.
Hi, Heidi.
Can you give us a quick introduction to this game?
Yeah, so I'm Pietro. I'm 34 years old. I'm a graphic designer, and this is like my first game. It started as a prototype, and uh, and then it got more complex, and it ended up being like my first published game. So it's
Awesome.
Mike's Gardens. The Mike is Miguel is the name of my father who passed away like 3 years ago,
Mm,
and this game is based on a flash game he used to play. It's called Blooming Gardens, which is the same core mechanics. You have to match five or more.
right.
If not, plants spawn, and then you just get into chaos and lose.
Gotcha,
But
gotcha.
that's the core mechanic as it started. But then I started adding like rewards if you made longer lines. Streaks also give you bonus points, levels, tools. Now all those extras. That those are not on the original. We can play the original one later on,
Okay,
so you can
yeah,
see.
that'd be
And
really cool to see.
yeah, and that's it. So it's been a year almost since I started playing with Unity, learning Unity, and learn to code, and that's that's Mike's Garden.
Wow, awesome. I did not expect such a deep backstory, but that's so cool. And obviously the game looks really, really great. Like when I first
Thanks.
played it, I was blown away by like how slick the UI was. Everything responds and has that kind of juicy pop to it. Like everything looks super attractive. And you being a graphics designer totally fits the bill on that. But I just wanted to compliment you on your
Thanks.
big game release, and it's on Steam right now. So if you guys are interested in this game, feel free to check it out. I believe it's only like $5 or something, so really cool.
Yes, I
Um,
think now with the discount it's like around five.
okay, awesome, awesome. So yeah, grab it quick if you want that discount. Let's go ahead and unlock something. I have a little bit of coins saved up from previous
I
runs.
I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I can't see your
Oh,
game.
you are not doing anything wrong. This is because I did not share my screen. And here we go.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yes.
Now I see it.
However, now I have lost your face, but it should be. Uh,
If you don't want my face to show, it's okay.
no, no,
I
no.
will
We want the
correct.
face. We want the face. I've fixed it. All right. Um, so let's go ahead and take a look at our toolbox. I believe the next thing on my quest was to get a watering can.
Yeah,
Um, and so there's a lot of other tools here. A tornado. Wow. Okay. A lot
yeah.
more than I had seen in the demo that I played, but really cool. Let's go ahead and unlock this watering can. My favorite one right now is the plague, just to free up a lot of
Yes.
stuff. So, what do you think we should trade for the watering can here?
So what I like about this game is everyone comes up with a different strategy. So some just get like all tools to cut and destroy. Others
Yeah.
use a mix, and so I would encourage you to just try it.
All right.
Maybe if you already have the plague that gets rid of 3 by 3,
Mm-hmm.
just the shears maybe are just another tool to
Not.
cut.
Okay.
So maybe just replace it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm.
The watering can also is like a tricky tool because you're growing plants, which is like not the ideal scenario if you want to get rid of plants.
Right. That's
But
true. That's true.
but
Um,
if they're
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah. No, no. I just wanted to say that I don't know if this is the correct strat, but I do have a little strategy around how I go about this game.
hmm
You can tell me no if this is optimal or not. But yeah, I like getting rid of the shears for the watering can for sure. So let's go ahead and hop right into a run, shall we?
okay, yeah,
Okay, so this is my strat. I like to put the same types of plants in a corner like this,
okay,
and I would make them kind of go clockwise, or yeah, and so that you see they'll build the path
okay,
this way, and I leave a little space here for a plant like this, and I kind of guard it with like this, so I can easily make a combo,
okay,
and that's what I've been doing. So I usually try to make different types. And here I like to transplant plants from far away so that
okay,
um, I am not blocking many things. Like I like to build around the edges. So here I
hmm
have a little chain of mushrooms. I don't really like that, so I want to get rid of that right away. So I don't really care about the combo at that point.
okay. So
But
you play on the like on the borders.
yes, I like to try to optimize my border as
Okay,
much
okay,
as
that's
possible.
interesting.
Hmm.
That's a different strategy.
Yeah, see, okay, so before I had the shear to get rid of this, so now
Yeah.
it's a little bit different right now, but I
Yes.
think that with this strategy, I think I will try to make um I'll try to make the combo a little bit sooner, perhaps than before.
Yeah.
I I think that I kind of dug myself a little bit into here. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't work out, so I think I might have to be flexible, a little bit more flexible with this strategy now. But that's
Okay.
how I was doing it.
Okay. So
Hmm.
do you want to
Yes, let's hear some
me
tips.
tell you?
Let's hear some tips. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the first thing I see is you're using a turn. So each turn is a risk. You don't know where they're gonna pop, and it's definitely gonna be three more plants in your board. So
Mm,
every turn is gonna be like
yes.
really strategic. So
Hmm.
I see you're using a whole turn or move to place a plant just to you said to guard a space,
Yes.
right? But
Hmm.
it's not really guarding it, as you just
Hmm.
experienced. It may pop just on that spot, and
Yep.
you already used a whole turn just to move a plant closer.
True, true. I'm not the most strategic gardener here.
Yeah. So just so my first tip is don't use turns just to get plants closer
All
to
right.
your line,
Hmm.
because eventually mainly on the on the first levels you only play with four species, so it's and when the board is quite clear at the start, uh
Right.
it's very likely you're gonna have somewhere a plant that you can just slide in on the empty space without having to guard it.
Right, right.
So that's my first tip. The second tip is well, you have to experiment with the tools. So if your strategy is not working with a watering can, then next time just don't equip it. You have 5 slots. But part of my learning experience by doing the game is so my biggest challenge is that nobody was using the tools at all.
Right, right. Oh,
At
I
all.
see.
I saw so we participated on the next fest
Yeah,
with a demo, and
yeah.
I saw some streams of people playing it and just like not using the tools at all, and I was
Mm.
like, why? And so I started making. the quests that make sure
Oh, like
you try
this.
at least, yeah, you at least you try them, right? Uh, and that way you get to know all the tools, and then you get to use the strategy you like the most.
Right.
That's what that was one of the challenges I, I I got learning. Also, the instructions, trying to make them clear because the mechanics are not like too easy to understand. You
Hmm.
know.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah, you're in a mess right there. I There you go.
there we go. I'm a bit screwed, but I think yeah, I see the use of I used the tools in the first run, so I think that had a lot to do with these quests as well. Because I was just
Yes,
like, oh, I want to
yes.
progress.
Before they weren't like grouped in 4 by 4 like
Hmm.
now.
Yeah.
They were like just 36 quests randomly, and
Oh,
no, nobody did them at all. They didn't show on the left, on the right, and
right.
the people just didn't read. They didn't read
No.
anything. So
Yeah.
that's and yeah, another tip, but this is a pro tip. It's
Oh,
gonna
okay.
change your life.
This is gonna change it.
But
Okay.
yes. So right now I think you're screwed. Huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
um, so another tip is you block. For example, you start with you wanna do a 5 match, right?
Yes.
And you leave a space free at the at the middle, right?
Yes.
What you can do is block that space with another line that you're
Oh, that I'm
setting
working
up.
on. Oh, that way I don't have to use
So
my leave a
so
space
then
strategy.
exactly,
Oh,
and eventually, if you have luck and plan it well, you can do like a chain reaction when you start clearing the your own lines. So you clear the line that was blocking there, for example,
yes. Okay.
and that makes streaks easier. So there you have assured that nothing strange is gonna pop between your mushrooms,
Yeah.
and now you can do a buy two streak instantly because that's it,
Nice. That's great.
and you
That's
can
a
do
great
it
tip.
2, 3, 4. So after playing myself like hours, I don't know how many hours. I,
Yeah.
the question is how do you control what is unpredictable,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And I said, well, I'm gonna block myself with something useful. So I started blocking my own lines with other lines, and then here's where the streak multiplier also kicks in.
Yeah.
So the original game just gives you 1 point for each flower.
Mm.
Here I just thought, let's reward the player for taking risks,
Mm.
making longer streaks or longer lines. So, for example, longer lines mean if you match 5 flowers, you get 5 points. But if you match six flowers, you don't get 6 points, you get seven. So each extra flower you match
Mhm.
is the value is times two, times three, times four. So you get rewarded for trying to make longer lines.
Right, right.
Which also comes to my next tip before you try to engage on your matching.
Mhm.
Try to do the longest lines at the end
At the end. Okay.
because the strict multiplier is gonna multiply a higher value because the line is longer.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. Yes.
All
And
right.
the last one would be
Mm.
each level you get a new plant, which makes it harder.
Yeah. Mhm.
Uh, but that next plant is worth more for matching.
Oh, okay.
So level 2 plants each give you 2 points instead of one. Level 3 plants give you three. Level 4 give you four, and so.
Mhm.
So also, if you do streaks with high level plants, try to do the high level uh, match plants at the end of the streak so that the multiplier multiplies the ones with the highest value.
Sure. Yeah. Makes
That's what's.
sense. All right,
So
I'm
the
gonna do
well
my. I'm
the
gonna try to pull off
yeah
a big play here now. So
yeah
using
start with the
your
yeah
guide,
start with the smallest one.
start small. Then we're gonna
Yeah
go to the next biggest one, which is my mushroom.
yeah.
And then I had this
Then
as
you
a
know
guarantee
yes
here, but I will go do this
yeah you
first and then the
yes
sunflower.
because you're gonna
Hmm.
your multiplier is gonna be higher now.
All right. This
And
is
now
probably
your last one,
yeah.
check your score, 40, just on
Wow,
that.
wow. Yeah, yeah. That usually did not happen when I was playing. Um,
Yeah, so that's the way. That's my strategy.
that.
Uh, I I had a I met a playtester
Hmm.
through a friend that played my game like a lot. Well, it was not polished or
Right.
balanced,
Hmm.
and he came up with some crazy strategies. He at some point where my score system was not was a little buggy. He
Hmm.
achieved like 1 million points in a move
Wow.
somehow. Somehow. So he
Somehow.
came up with these
Dang.
strategies, super crazy strategies, really good.
Yeah.
Doctor D.
Dr. D. Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah,
him in the special
yeah,
thanks. That guy
yeah, yeah. I
is
think he's the number one right now.
oh yeah,
For
basically D-man games, but he went to medical school or something because big brain. All right.
yes.
I'm gonna do a little brain move just to get some points here.
So you
Okay.
could have done that those sunflowers
Oh,
after doing the
after the
mushrooms.
mushroom, I
So
didn't
instead of
even
times two,
see
yeah,
that mushroom there.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
I.
another
Mhm.
tip. Sometimes you get focused on making one line and you lose perspective of the whole board. And
Mhm.
sometimes luck plays on your favor and things pop exactly where you want
Yeah,
and you
no,
missed.
that's what makes this game so like addicting. I feel like this is the most brain power I've spent on like a matching game in a while for sure,
Yeah.
which is great. I
Yes.
I feel like I'm getting really into the zone, and I have to struggle, to like remember I'm having a discussion right now. I just keep wanting to try to optimize it. So uh, you mentioned that your father actually made the prototype, kind of like the inspiration for this game, and it was like a flash game. So was
No,
did
he didn't make it. He used to play it.
oh, you used to play it? Sorry.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, yes.
awesome. And that game kind of gave you the inspiration um for this type of match five game. Was that the concept, or was it like
Yes.
mhm,
Later on, I discovered this game. Well, this mechanic of matching five with this sense of uh, uh, the pathing. If so, if you don't have a clear path, you can't move the plants, right?
mhm.
It's called. It comes from a very old game called Lines 95, I think.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Mhm.
it's like Minesweeper, but it's called Lines. Super
Mhm.
basic with dots and colors. And
Mhm.
so this other game my father played, he found in mini clips. I think it doesn't uh,
Oh yeah, I
exist
know
anymore.
mini
Mini
clips.
clips.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
mhm.
no, go on, go on.
I was just gonna say I love mini clips too, but I was gonna say it doesn't exist. Oh, I'm sad.
I don't know. I think Flash games are dead or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
definitely on the way out. They
Yes.
like discontinued it. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead, please.
So he used to play. He found this, which is also like this same mechanic, and played it when he was like stressed out.
Oh yeah.
Uh, at the start, he didn't understand how why he couldn't play some plans where he wanted to because he didn't understand the pathing mechanic.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
When he discovered it, he was like crazy, you know.
But in here it's very easy to see that it has a pathing mechanic.
Yes. So part of the most of the decisions I made with the UI and the UX was to avoid all those make it as less confusing as possible, but keeping it minimal.
Hmm.
Since I'm a graphic designer, I like things to be clearly designed.
You're right.
So
That makes
that
sense.
was like clear to me. It had to be. It had to also look polished and easy to play because
Hmm.
it's complex, right?
Right, right.
And I see you're blocking there. That's yeah,
I'm doing the strat right
yeah,
here.
yeah. It works because you block yourself, but you assure you're gonna get that those points cleared.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I love it. I like the strat.
so then I was just before we connected. I was looking for the game, the original game my father played,
Yeah.
and tried to play it. So instead of being a 10 by 10 slot garden, it's 9 by 9. So everything is more clustered, and you start with 7 species.
Oh, okay.
So, so
That's
here,
a much more intense version, like right
yes,
off the start. Yeah.
that's like the level 5 in this version,
Right, right. Okay. And you only had
and
7 by 7 garden, huh?
no,
Uh,
9 by 9.
oh, 9 by 9. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, we're at level 2 now.
and level 2. Yeah, so we added. I talking plural, but it's only me. I added levels because I didn't want the start level to be so hard.
Right.
It would just discourage you. So I um, established the 50 turns make you level up. But then when you get too many plants, you just get frustrated, right? So I
Mm,
said, okay, let's make the new plants reward more points
yeah. So you want
so
to
that
use them.
it's yeah. So you want to go further and you start making strategies with those plants differently, you know.
Hmm.
So that was like the main process. I implemented something and then tested it with friends.
Yeah.
If I saw it was just maybe too easy, okay, just for example, a tornado
Hmm.
used to be a lot cheaper, and to use it costs it costed like 50 energy. So it started to be like a game in which you just saved energy just to use a tornado again and again and again,
Oh,
and
yeah, I see.
it it lost a little bit of the fun, right?
Yeah.
You were just thinking, I want to use the tornado, not any other tool or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had to
Abusing the
balance that.
tornado.
Yeah, and so now it's harder to get to obtain. Plus, it costs a lot of energy, and the reuse cost is also higher, right?
Right. Yeah.
So those kind of things were just what kept me implementing all the mechanics you see right now.
Gotcha, gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense how you arrived at these these tools. And they're like, I see that I have like the energy down here, but it's not
Mm,
related to score, right? Like I can feel
no,
free to use these, which I really like. However
yes.
often I like, as you say. Um,
Now that you mention it, uh, before energy before was called where was it wasn't called energy, it was called seeds.
mhm,
So you collected seeds and the seeds were your energy.
mhm.
But I then learned that it's already a complicated game, so why complicate with more terms and currencies that you
Yeah.
have to learn? Let's
Mhm.
just call it energy.
Right.
Also before, the spare energy you didn't use was the value that you lucky shot.
I got it.
Um, yeah,
Worked out, worked
uh,
out.
yeah, the spare energy you got at the end of the run, the one you didn't use,
Mhm.
converted into coins.
Right.
That was the way to get coins originally. But then it during the game you were not trying to get high scores or using your energy because you wanted coins. So it was like contradictory, right?
Yeah, contradictory. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Contradictory, yeah.
Mhm.
So we I changed it to your score are your coins. So if you get higher score, you get higher rewards. make it simpler, and the energy just uh, try. I'm trying to encourage people to use the energy because that's like the deck building
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of the game.
for sure. Yeah, definitely want to have them use the power-ups you've worked hard to make. Yeah, for sure. I want to use this plague, but it's not letting me use it here. Is it because I don't have a plant here?
Yes, you can only use the plague on a over a plant.
Oh, okay,
Like,
gotcha. Because I
yes,
guess
yes,
that it's the originator of the plague, and so the other ones die next to it.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
got
Also
it.
because I didn't want people to just click on empty spaces and use the tool.
Oh,
You
okay,
you
by accident or
uh,
something.
I mean in real life you use pesticides on plants, so it's
Oh, yeah.
weird also to just use it on an empty space.
True, true.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm going to try to make a cross here, but
Also, I
this.
don't know if you
Mhm.
noticed, but you don't have to use all the seeds on the seed bag at once. You can cancel the tool with the right click and just use the first, the second, or the third one.
Oh, was not aware of that. No,
Yeah.
definitely did not know
I mean,
that.
you have to use them in order,
Hmm.
but you don't have to use all of them if you don't want to.
Got it. Okay. But if I don't use it, it just places it randomly. Like okay, let's try using it right now. So let's say I
So
want
yeah.
this mushroom here.
Hmm.
Oh, here, and let's say I want one.
And
Okay,
you can
let's
do a line of,
let's say it's here, sure. And then I don't want the last one, so I will just right
yeah, you
click.
right click. Yeah.
Oh, okay, and then it just place that
So
last one randomly.
yeah, the third one will be random, and the first two you already know where they're gonna pop.
Got it, got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah, so as we continue, so we see uh the plants increase in number and how many we get, and kind of the board gets cluttered, more and more cluttered. Well, for an inexperienced player, it gets a little bit more cluttered here. Is there at any point like maybe where I'm gonna be able to save myself from a situation if I wasn't too careful in the beginning, or is this all about like planning ahead?
What do you mean?
Maybe like a checkpoint for me to get to, or because I haven't gotten all the way to level 5, but I want to experience it, but maybe I'm not good enough at the game. So like, will there be an option to kind of save my progress here to try to challenge it some more, or well, I is the point of the game to kind of build up your skill and start from the beginning each time here?
So right before
Mhm.
uh, launch,
Yeah.
I was contacted by a team curator,
Hmm.
and he asked if there was a way to save the run to continue later,
Yeah. Hmm.
and there wasn't.
Right.
And basically, he told me, "Well, that's I'm not gonna test your player game if there's not a save option
Oh.
because yeah, it was a puzzle. He was specialized in the puzzle genre,
Oh,
so
okay.
for a puzzle player, it's it's like hard to get all this through like you, no, and then you have to go or wanna breathe a little, and you have to end the game and start over again.
Right.
So we did implement the save option. If you go to the pause menu on the
Nope.
no,
Sorry.
that's the other one.
Yep. Yeah.
There's a
Save
save
and
and exit. So
awesome.
you
Awesome.
save and exit and close it. When you return
Yeah.
to the game, you're gonna see instead of the play game, you're gonna see like a pop up that says we found a saved game. Do you want to continue with it
Hmm.
or just give up and start a new one? So
Yeah.
that's the only way to get checkpoints. And but if you
No, that's
meant
great.
like if you if you die or lose on
Hmm.
the third level, you do have to start over.
Gotcha, gotcha.
That's yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Thank you. Yeah, so you had been working on this game for a year, you mentioned, and that this is also just your first game, which is
Yes.
doubly impressive, as someone who's
Thank you.
like, trying to making indie games, especially, you can get, sink years and years without seeing like a, finished product. What would you say like kept you kind of on track here? Is it just like your experience from like
Okay.
already working in the field or already having um, similar experiences with graphical design or Mhm.
So the main motivation was first my friends and family. They
Mhm.
they were my play testers, and
Yeah.
when I saw they liked it, uh, and I saw their score each day going up,
Yeah.
I said, okay, it's not just that they like it; they're trying to replay it, which was part of the goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other motivation was to pay the Steam fee to to publish it.
Yeah, the
So if
hundred
you
dollar Steam fee.
yeah, yeah. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do it.
Hmm.
And once you pay it and you start setting up the store page, you know you have to finish it
Right.
so-
To
someday.
see something come back, you have to at
Yes,
least publish
yes,
it. Right.
yes. If you don't make that investment,
Hmm.
then you can just file it away and never publish it because you're not
Right.
forced to.
Hmm.
And so, for example, this new plan you're gonna get is worth three times the
Oh,
normal one.
3 times.
So
Okay.
if you match five, you're not gonna get five on score, but 15.
Oh, okay.
Then if you mix it with a streak and a longer line, then it just the score just starts multiplying. No.
Got it.
Um, but yeah, that's another way I found to finish the game. The other one was it's strange because I'm not a guy that finishes most of his projects.
Yeah.
My mind is
Okay.
always thinking of new prototypes. While I was working on this one, I said, well, I'm gonna start a new game because I have a new idea, and my
Right.
wife said, no, don't. You know yourself. Finish this one,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
once you finish it, you can start another one, and
Great
that worked
advice. Yeah.
because I like grind it every day, just a little, knowing that as soon as I finish this one, I can start like another one that I'm eager to start.
Awesome.
That was another
Awesome.
thing.
That
Yes,
is that is that new project already underway for Unchoose Studios, or is this something still like you're just taking a little break from here? Cause this
um,
is a big
I'm not,
undertaking here.
I'm not, I'm not taking a break. I just, I'm finding different bugs and fixes. I have to still work on
Oh,
this one.
yes, true.
I'm receiving feedback and things that
Hmm.
are with bugs and stuff like that, typos, and
Right. Hmm.
so that's like my the next week should be about that, and then just yeah, start a new one, but trying to so for example here, yeah,
Let's do
start with the white
this.
ones, then the level two ones, which
Hmm.
are those I think.
And then this one's
So
gonna give
that's
me the
20
most points here.
exactly.
Let me see. I'm just trying to see if I have anything else I can do to juice up my points here.
I don't think you do.
All right, let's go with that's the biggest score I've seen so far.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So that's once you get the hang of it, you're just gonna wanna get greedy and
Oh
make
yeah,
longer streaks.
always greedy. I still want.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to do this 8 plants in a row right now, but I have
yeah.
a
That's
bit of a
another fix
clutter here.
I have to make because people are telling me if I align nine, that includes eight plants.
Oh, gotcha. I see.
So it should be eight or more.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
that's a code thing.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
yeah, so the new game I have to plan it much more carefully. This one was like made on the go.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't know how to make games, and I want to do I don't know the animations on the floor. So I googled,
Oh. Mhm.
okay, how does that work? And I did it. But then everything is like hard coded,
Mm.
so it's not easy for me right now to just
Change anything.
implement. Yeah, so I can change stuff, but it's so bad coded
Mhm.
on
Right.
the inside
Yeah.
that it's I mean that's it. That's the game. That's what I wanted to achieve. That I'm done with trying to remake it. No, at one point I said I'm gonna do it again from scratch, but doing it right. But that's that's
That's not
no, I didn't do it.
necessary, right? Like you already have
I mean,
it's playable and it's fun. So
yes.
why
See,
redo all that work, right?
see, my objective is not to make the groundbreaking game. It's
Hmm.
just making my first game. So it was on my bucket list. Publish game. This is it. Done it.
Yeah.
Trust it.
Hmm.
That's it. That's it. Also, integrating it with Steam for the achievements, the saving of the data. I lost
Yeah.
progress lots of times. Yeah,
You
building.
oh
It's not very friendly.
you lost progress, meaning that you lost your build or your development
On a
progress.
point, I almost lost it because my hard drive was failing, but
Oh.
I didn't. I didn't. I panicked, but it didn't.
Oh,
It didn't.
okay.
Yeah, but no, I mean every time I changed like a variable, all my progress as a player on my profile went to zero.
Oh,
So I had to regain coins and see why was it happening. My fear was every time I'm gonna send a patch, are people gonna lose their progress?
right,
And
right.
I would, those things you start to learn, and yeah, participating on the next fest was another motivator
Oh,
to,
okay.
to to get a demo done.
How
Uh,
was that process like for you? Like, did you have to submit a application and they reviewed it, or um, can you describe a little
yes,
bit about that?
yeah. So you have one unique chance per game to
Hmm.
participate on the next game on the next fest,
Mm.
which is basically a fest of Steam where they show games that haven't been released. So you can't participate with a released game. It has to be just a demo.
Right.
And it's basically on your dashboard of Steam. You
Hmm.
can apply, and if you apply for the one in I don't know October, that's that's the only one you can apply with that game. You can't
Just once,
apply.
one time per
Yes,
game.
once.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
yes. So the objective here is to get as many wish lists as you can because that's like the main variable that Steam uses to showcase your product or show it above others or on the front pages.
Hmm.
And and that's it's like the best opportunity you get to get a boost of wish lists.
Oh,
Before
okay.
the I personally didn't do any like devlogs or streaming
Mm.
or community or Discord server while I was doing the game. So
Oh, okay.
my wish list were like 10 by the time I go to the next fest.
Just the friends and family number.
Yes, and after the next fest, during the next fest, I got like 400, which is
Oh, wow.
super low, super low. They
Hmm.
recommend you to launch with around 10,000 wish lists.
Gotcha,
I've
gotcha.
launched with 470
Hmm.
because, as I told you, I didn't understand the marketing side of the indie game development,
Right, right.
so I just did it on my own and did the store page and I got the wish list I got. That's that. Other developers I follow just are streaming daily. They're doing
Oh.
devlogs.
Hmm.
They have a Discord server,
Right.
and yeah, for my next game, I'm gonna do that definitely.
Yeah,
So that's
for sure.
learning learning how to market because the indie game market is. I mean, I don't know. I think I saw a number like 19,000 games per year
Mm.
alone. So you're
Hmm.
competing with 19,000 other
Yeah, yeah.
people, right?
Crazy, crazy amount. Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, That's incredible that I mean, I still think that it's a great achievement that to get like 400, wish lists on the next fest because it only lasts for like a couple weeks, right? The next fest.
A week, yes,
A
it's a
week, a
week,
week,
and
yeah.
you get to stream two times. So you choose your date,
Mm,
and you got an hour, and in which they feature your streams, those streams that are on that slot of time
yeah,
on the front page. So
gotcha.
that was another experience. I had never streamed before anything,
Yeah, yeah.
and I had to learn how to use OBS and
Mm,
everything. And but I think that that was helpful. It boosted the wish lists
yeah, for
and
sure.
got interest. And that's it. That's the next fest. After that, you can take your demo off, or you can leave it live if you want. I just kept it
Hmm.
because I mean that doesn't hurt to have the demo there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
In the
sure.
demo, there like the leaderboard has like 500 people that have
Oh,
played.
oh
So
yeah.
that was also an indicator of how many people were trying the game. So that was also nice.
Hmm. Hmm.
And and that was it. After the next fest, just you just have to finish your game.
Yeah, yeah. So how long was it before you finished Mike's Garden and Next Fest? What was the time between
So next
those?
fest was in October
Hmm.
and 9th, yeah.
Okay,
And
October. And now
yeah,
it's in the March, so maybe 5 or 6 months. So about halfway into your development, would you say you started to
yes,
do Next Fest? Okay, that's awesome. So,
yes.
so would you say like the polish of this game took like almost half the time then? Because it seemed you had something playable for Next Fest at least, right?
Yeah, so for next fest, it was playable. The quest system was totally different. Uh, the amount of the greenhouse was also totally different. The way you change your plants on your set, it was a
Right.
3D greenhouse, but it was far too complicated to just
Oh,
code and move stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I changed it at the end. So
Gotcha.
it was not only polishing, but some things that I learned through the next fest had to be totally changed.
Re-implemented. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yes. So the toolbox, well, the UI was a little bit changed. Um, Also, well, the quest system, you had like 36 quests always active, and there was if you matched five, which was a quest, for example, just a pop up would pop on the top and said quest completed, but it didn't encourage you to learn to play, and it didn't have a progression of difficulty
Mm,
either, which is what I wanted to do with this one, this new quest. So a lot of things had to be redone. The
mm-hmm.
save system,
Yeah.
and also art, because or sounds or that, because on the demo you only have like I think four available tools. I think, yeah, four available
Oh.
tools,
Uh-huh.
and the other ones are locked. And plants, you get like eight, I think, of the 30 you can
Mm, mm.
unlock here. So for the next fest, I just didn't use any thumbnails. It
Okay.
just said locked because I didn't have the art done.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also, of those 12 tools you see now, I had only developed like eight or seven.
Right, right.
So I didn't have all the tools ready because it
Gotcha.
was a demo,
Mm-hmm.
but it was stuff I had to figure out later. You know, the rats and the lawnmowers and the transplant and the cloner,
Mm.
which you will unlock later.
Yeah.
Uh, I had to do them after the next fest, applying all the things I had learned from it.
How helpful would you
Watching,
say that Next Fest was to the game's development? Like, did it give you like yeah, like like if you like was it like a lot of work for you to do it? And would you recommend, I guess, would you recommend another indie developer who is considering doing Next Fest? What would you
definitely.
recommend? Definitely
Definitely try it.
try it.
Uh, Choose a date in which you have a product that looks polished.
Mm,
It, maybe it's you can make a demo locked by time, playtime.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's another a way to lock it. Or features, you have to have all the features, but it has to look as polished as possible
Mm. Like a
because
finished game, polish.
yes, the
Hmm.
graphics, no placeholders.
No
The
place.
graphics need to
Mm.
be polished. The grammar, um, the art, the UI, it has to look as finished as you can, even though it won't be the final one.
Yeah.
Uh, because it's just trying to your objective is to get as many wish lists, and if it doesn't look good, uh, it, it just people won't
Yeah, they won't be
be.
interested in it or sure.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that's
just
another.
finished the. I just really wanted to get that Venus flytrap 4 in a row. I was
Yeah,
just burning my whole plot down, but got it. Um,
yeah.
so yeah, next fest
So yeah,
was it
definitely try the
sounds
next
really
fest. It's
important.
free.
Hmm. Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
it's free.
after you pay the
The
your fee,
right.
it's free. All
Hmm.
the fests are free, I believe.
And does it happen? How often does it happen? Like once a
I
year
think it's
or?
I think it's twice a year. So right
Oh,
now
okay, twice a
there was
year.
one on February, and then I think there's one in June. I think it's three times a year.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Let's see. So if you're not sure you're gonna reach the next one, just
Mm-hmm.
do it for the following one, and try to do the best you can on that demo.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
yeah, it's. I mean, if I hadn't participated on the next fest, I probably have like 50 wish lists, instead of the 400 or 500 I have now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because those who wish list your game, then as soon as you get discounts or launch it, they get a email saying
Right.
Mike's Garden is available now. So that's the main objective.
So
When
when
you
you
launch,
launch that, the people on your wish list are gonna get notified, and
yes, that's the whole
by
point of the
yeah,
wish lists. Yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, I
From
mean,
the side of the developer, you're gonna do as many wish lists as you can. It doesn't matter if you have 20 streamers or influencers
hmm,
playing your game.
hmm,
If you have low wish lists, your launch will not
hmm.
be as impactful.
Yeah, it just indicates the kind of interest and awareness in your game, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, I think I will go ahead and turn it over to you now, Pietro. If you would
Hmm.
have anything, I'll give you a couple minutes to get ready, but if anything that you want to show us, I believe you have some old builds that
Yeah.
you're excited to kind of let it air out a little bit, show us a little bit of your
Yes.
progress from this amazing game and where it originated from. So whenever you're ready, I'll
Yeah.
just keep dying here
Remember,
in this plot here.
remember you can save and continue later.
All right, right. Of course, let's save and exit. Awesome.
And so then on the right, you can say you can continue next time or give up on your game.
Awesome. Yes. And I'll get all my rewards, right?
If you give up, yeah, yeah, you do.
Okay.
If you give up, yeah,
All right, let's
you
see
can.
how am I doing on this? I'm ranked 17, guys. All right, here we go. Try to.
Before your score, you're gonna be like you have like 600 right
Oh,
now.
oh, this is not updated. Yeah, I'm gonna
No,
be.
you have to finish the run to submit
Oh,
your.
I'm gonna be huge. Wait, this is giving me motivation to try to push in a top 10.
Yeah,
All right.
once you get all the tools you want, I mean, higher tier tools
Hmm.
are they destroy the board. Their
Oh,
lawnmowers, their rats, the tornado. Also,
yeah.
the cloner and the transplant let you move plants even if there isn't a path available. So those tools are gonna make you like those on the top probably already have all the tools unlocked and
Hmm.
are just polishing their strategy.
Oh, and there you
But
are,
yeah,
number 4.
yeah,
All
yeah, yeah,
right. So, guys, if you're looking for a game to become top 500 in, this could be the game for you. Yeah. I love this leaderboard. I love leaderboards because I like seeing progress, right? And you even have like the
yeah,
next user to beat, which is something I actually haven't seen before. So it's really cool to see that
yeah.
there, especially for like
I,
a
I
puzzle game.
I implemented that for the because my friends were playing against each other.
Oh, I see.
So I'm better than who, so it's an extra thing.
Oh yeah, for
The
sure.
leaderboard thing is like a double edge because
Hmm.
when you start and score like I don't know 200 on your first run, and you see the top one has 3,000, you're like, that's impossible. I'm not gonna play anymore.
Oh, I see, I see.
So it disencourages people, but it's because you haven't progressed with all the tools or the
Right,
strategy.
right.
The tools are the core of the game. If you don't have your 5 slots with and have tried all the tools, you're definitely not gonna improve. There's
Yeah,
a limit on how much score you can make without tools. No.
yeah, for
Well, yeah,
sure.
that's
That
good
makes
to
a lot of
see you've
sense.
improved your score,
Yeah, yeah,
your
for sure.
strategy.
Maybe I
Yeah.
could see myself compared to my friends if they have the game. I think because
Yeah.
we'd probably
Okay.
be a
There's
bit
a
more
friend
equal, right? Oh,
uh,
there is a
down there.
friends ranking.
I believe. Yeah.
Yes, I'm the only
So if
one
you
for
play
now.
with stuff, yeah, if you play with other people, you're gonna be there. Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. You already implemented it.
So yeah.
So let's go over to your screen. And
Okay. How do I do this? Let me see. Do I have to stop
you
transmitting yours or no? No, no. If I
you can
finish
just stop watching mine,
sharing,
and then
shares,
we will.
screen one or screen to screen one. Uh, resolution 180, I guess. Nitro. No, not Nitro. Ah, okay. 720 is my top. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
I don't want to pay for this,
Oh
so
no,
go
nope, nope.
live.
Perfect.
I don't know
Let
if I've
me.
seen watching yours or not. No.
Yeah, I will stop streaming just so you don't have to
Okay, okay.
listen to the audio or
So do you see
anything.
my screen? Yeah,
Yes, I see it, and just give me one sec to switch our viewers
sure.
over. Perfect. All right. Go ahead. Take it away.
Okay, so this is the original game my father played, Blooming Gardens. So it's a flash game from Miniclip,
Hmm.
and the mechanics are the same. It's just this is it.
Oh,
So
I see.
you grab it and you pull it, but it's 7 species from the start, and on a 9 by 9
Yeah,
grid,
yeah,
and uh, that's. I mean, I took it as the core of the base of the game, but then I
yeah.
added I changed the scoring system, so longer lines have bonuses. The streak here you don't have any bonuses for streaks. You don't have tools at all. So once there's no way to remove plants other than matching.
Right.
Uh, there aren't any levels. Yeah,
Hmm.
you can't change your plants, and that's it. So it's quite too frustrating for a game. It's
Right, right.
like
It
very frustration
this is
frustrating.
this could only survive in the Flash games era where everything's free and you have
Yes,
have limited options.
yes. So yeah, so my approach first, the way I started is I remembered my father playing this, and I said, what if, how would that look if I try to do how can I, my questions was sorry, can I redo this mechanic but in 3D in Unity?
Hmm.
And that's how it started. Just
Got it.
trying to see if I could do this lifting, placing,
Hmm.
and the blocking of the paths. So right here, I don't know how this works. Okay, no clear path, so you can't. So that was my first challenge. It started as a
Right.
challenge. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
gonna try to do it, and then I said, okay, it's very frustrating. I'm gonna add some stuff I would like to have the game. That I would like the game to have, like
Right.
power ups, deck building, levels, more something that rewards the player more for taking more risks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, one of the main mistakes of my game, marketing wise, is that the match three genre is super, super, super low on PC.
Oh,
No, not many people play this, so my
I
market
see.
is extremely difficult. That's one thing I've learned.
Hmm.
So when you're gonna make, if you're gonna make a game, make a research first of what's trending, what people
Right.
play, because it's super hard to sell things that on a genre that nobody plays because it's
Gotcha.
more like a mobile. It would work better on a mobile context,
Sure,
right?
sure. Yeah.
Because it's casual and stuff. So I'm gonna show you. I don't know if I have them here in my builds. Yeah,
Oh, that's a lot of builds.
it does. Yeah, so a lot of builds. Yes. So this is. Let me see if this would work. This is version 2.
Oh, version 2.
This is it. So
Oh,
this is how my prototype started. There are some things that I kept. For example, the particles here, the
yeah,
scores on the left, and so one of the main mistakes. Well, first here I have a button as a developer just to spawn the first one. These are the first plants,
yeah,
just made with basic geometry, experimenting with the particles. This
yeah,
purple thing. So at the end it's like matching colors, but the plants are like what give them the context of
yeah,
gardening.
for sure.
This first version had a different way of pathfinding.
Mm.
So Unity has this thing called the navigation system.
Oh, you use
Yeah,
navigation
navmesh.
for okay,
Yeah,
navmesh to do this.
but it had to be updated on each turn because the things
Yeah.
change a lot,
Mm.
and there's sometimes where like extremely little gaps or overlaps of the mesh of the
Yeah.
navigation that made it impossible to move. For example,
Yeah.
if there was a space, but you couldn't move it because there was a
Oh,
super small overlap, and
yeah.
yeah, it got super difficult for me. And then I had to Google another way of pathfinding
Hmm.
and make a tutorial and just go with that. So there are no animations here other than the going up and down.
Yeah.
Another challenge I had is I didn't know how to, for example, if I move this plant and want to move it over here,
Hmm.
it's not actually the same plant. This plant, this 3D plant goes up off the screen, gets destroyed, and the new one with the same old comes down
Comes
here.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have I'm not a mathematician or anything, so I didn't know how to to actually move this one here. So it just goes ups and down and just gives you the impression
Is that
of
still how it
moving.
works right now? The
Yes, it is.
yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I figured, yeah, if it
If it
works and
works,
it's already done, yeah,
it,
yeah. So that's it.
hmm.
One of the things I learned here is that you have to put an exit button on your prototypes.
Hmm.
There's no way here to exit rather than other than
Alt
Alt
F4,
Alt F4 like this.
the
Yeah,
classic.
yeah. So then I'm gonna just try to randomly see how it progressed. You're gonna see some things start
So
changing.
this is build maybe 3 or 5. Oh,
0.06,
6.
0.06.
Mm.
So in at this time I was still figuring out. Oh crap! Wait. There were no tools here still
Yeah.
yet.
Hmm.
I was thinking maybe difficulties on where it's going to be set on how many slots you want to play with.
Hmm.
10 by 10, 9 by 9, 12 by 12. And I don't remember why these boxes are here. Maybe for the flowers. I have no idea. And yeah, so yeah, I have some new flowers with a little bit more detail.
Yeah.
And this is the original mushroom, for example. Funny. And the coming up plants were down here, and each
Mm-hmm.
had an illustration. I then learned that it's the user wants to see the exact same graphic to know this is
Oh
the
yeah.
mushroom,
Yeah.
this is the plant. So then it got changed. Um, so yeah, that's this is this one. I had this time I had an exit game button
Hmm.
finally.
Oh yeah. That's big.
Yeah. Then I had like this one. Let's see. Okay, so here is there's a main menu. This is version 12.
Oh, finally we
This
have
one
a
was
menu.
already, yeah. So this one had a this when I started implementing
The currency.
Steam API.
Oh, Steam.
So
Okay.
it connected to Steam and saving the stuff. This is the original logo. There
Mm-hmm.
was a how to play, which was like this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and at this time, I was figuring out how there weren't any levels yet, so it's how am I gonna make this interesting? So
Right.
there were modes,
Oh.
time trial, like a speed run. Maybe this one says every 15 turns the slot shuffle.
Oh.
So it's earthquake. This was like a Fortnite. It just shrunk each 20
Oh,
turns.
okay.
You lost the borders, and this is every turn turns. Uh, this is like
This is
the
like
one
what
we
we
play
ended
now.
up with.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but 10 turns was
Let's
just
take a look at
too
that
small.
Fortnite one.
I didn't do them. I just
Oh.
planted that.
Oh, okay. These are
This
the
is like the
ideas.
this was like the original scope.
Oh,
When I
okay.
just figure out the first one, the one we're playing right now, was gonna take so much time and effort, I had to reduce my scope,
Gotcha,
which is
gotcha.
also a good exercise to make as an
Mm.
indie developer. You know, you want to
Mm-hmm.
make the game that has 70,000 features,
Mm.
but as your first game, just try to make one good one,
Yeah.
and if it's replayable or something like that, that's better. I did make this one, which is Speed Club,
Oh, okay.
which you only have 5 seconds to make a move. If you don't make a move,
Oh, so it's
plants
like
pause.
blitz, like chess blitz.
Yeah,
Mm.
so each time you move, the timer on the top restarted.
This is kind of
But
how
if
I
you did,
play normally.
but if you don't, then they pop, right? So you're
Oh, I
forced to
see.
make decisions in 5 seconds,
Gotcha,
right?
gotcha.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes also the plants didn't disappear. Full of
Yeah, yeah.
bugs.
Yep.
Bugs are real.
Yeah.
Give up. Give up.
Cool, cool.
And yeah, change mode. Let's go to another. How do I? In this at this stage, the UI was totally different. It didn't have any feedback on
Oh,
what was clickable and what wasn't. So that's why I changed the whole thing. No
yeah,
sounds,
yeah.
anything. The music was made by a friend of mine, uh, which was really sets the mood. I like the
Oh, yeah,
music.
the music's great. Yeah.
So this is version 20. Let's see. Should have changed. Okay, so now it's yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Just unlimited. I destroyed all the other
Where
ones.
did all the other ones go? They're all gone.
Yeah, dead. So here should the leaderboard was on the start,
hmm
and it had this different UI with a lot
Mm.
of information. And then
hmm
I just took it all out because it was just too much. You're already in the game,
Yeah.
you know what you're playing, so
Right.
it was very minimalistic. The plants were down
Oh,
here,
the
the
start
nice
of the
ones.
potted plants.
Yeah, some particles and
Oh,
yeah.
the Venus
Uh,
flytrap. I see that. I see that guy.
yes, yes. So these are the original models. This one also is
Mm.
the original level 2 plant, I think. So what my playtesters, the the deal was you playtest, and if you playtest, you can select a plant of your choosing, and I will add it to the game. So most of the plants you see in the game on the greenhouse, are
hmm
selected by
So,
friends who
okay.
playtested.
Awesome.
Yeah, I didn't get to do a Kickstarter, but that was my way of rewarding playtesters.
Gotcha, gotcha. That's great.
Go further. I think this one. So I make backups of every build just
Mm.
because. Huh?
That's smart.
Yeah, this one looks the same. Okay, this one has a different pre-game. This one had stats on how much, what were your records on each
Mm.
level.
Yeah.
I I then found out why would you want that? I don't know. You're gonna change your deck here. No tools yet, I think. So you see now down here there are like this were the seats.
hmm
The turns were up here with I don't know what this is. Okay, so it's like if
Oh,
you
you have a
each
day-night
turn was,
cycle here.
yeah, something like that. So
Oh, I see. It's just to indicate turns.
yes, so, uh, a lot of stuff I just ended up removing because yeah,
Wow, and
turn three
there's
level one.
quite a bit of iteration between each of these builds. How often would you
Yes.
say you have created a new build? Like every week
Uh,
or?
I don't know. I created a build. Each time I added a different feature or mechanic to the game for my and wanted my friends to test it
Oh
because
yeah.
yeah, or bug fixes,
Hmm.
small bug fixes. I didn't do it, but
Hmm.
here this was gonna be the main menu, different buttons.
Mm.
The plant shop. This is the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
The level up, then
Oh, and
move
then you
down
put
here.
put it in the world space. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you can see you listening to what the playtesters say and watching how they play without telling them anything just lets you make these iterations easy.
Yeah.
Maybe a recommendation is don't get like married with your graphics or your decisions on the start.
Mm.
Things are gonna change. You have to be agile enough to I'm brave enough to just delete everything and change it
Mm.
because it's like a journey, right?
Right. Hmm. Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. I don't even know why I have seeds if I can't use them. I have no idea
Maybe that's your
what I was
special
thinking earlier.
power.
Yes, and you had your deck here, so you
Mm.
knew which plant was which level. But
Mm.
then I figured out, well, you're gonna play so much, you're gonna know which one of your plants is gonna be worth more.
Mm.
So it does. I tried to unclutter as much as I could.
Right.
Let's go forward to number 42.
Oh
So
yeah.
these must be like the closer to the next fist, I
Mm.
believe.
Okay. So this is kind of like what you would have submitted here.
There you go. There,
It's
that's
got music.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no settings to lower it down.
Oh yeah, that.
Ah, the currency before. So the remember I told you the seats you didn't use.
Hmm.
Those were your coins afterwards. So it was they were called seats, and the stored ones were called pocket seats. So
Oh.
it's I liked it because of the concept, but then I read an article that said try not to make people reimagine things. I mean, you buy things with coins, so use coins.
Yeah.
That's the way it has to be.
Yeah, yeah.
So here's the greenhouse, the, the original greenhouse. So
Hmm.
it was gonna have all the plants here in 3D,
Yeah.
and you lift it like this one and changed it with another one that I cannot do here. But it was like buggy and clumsy, and you have to lower
Mm.
it down, and it wasn't
Yeah.
like too easy to use or to
Yeah.
code.
Hmm.
Yeah, it has some stick. Ah, here are some tools. Okay,
Oh, okay.
so the lawnmower here is 150, and here I already implemented the new path system
Oh, here's the yeah.
because it was very frustrating. I had a friend who was playtesting, and she was like in level 5, and it bugged out, and it was really frustrating to keep playtesting if she knew at any time it was gonna just crash.
Right.
So I had to, yeah, redo all the pathfinding stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, this is the original watering can. This works the same. The shears, originally the particles for cutting stuff was like smoke or
Oh.
dust. Ah, well, here it doesn't have anything, but it didn't make sense. And yeah, basically, you can turn off the music. Okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay. Yeah, yeah. This is another strategy you can make. You use the watering plant on a when if you have space, and then just go
Oh
to
yeah, a whole
yeah,
bunch. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So if you're like level 5 and you got a level 5 here plant, or you use a
Oh.
tornado, have a lot of space and a level 5 flower pops,
Yeah,
you can just
I'm gonna be number
take
one
advantage.
soon. You're giving me too much power here.
Yeah, yeah.
All
And
right.
that's it.
Mhm.
So this is not the one for the. Okay, so this is the previous one of before the next fest because then I added a one to the version. This should be it. There you go. Before the
Oh.
yeah. So this is a illustration I did. Then
Mhm.
my brother, who is a character designer, did
Oh.
uh did the one you see right now.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
This looks
this is
much
this
more.
is this is way better than usually I see in like an indie game like the art for like the main screen and everything. I was like, this is this is
Thanks.
this is way
Yes.
too polished.
Yeah. So this is the original quests.
Hmm.
Here just, but it was just a list of endless quests at the end
Oh
that
yeah.
nobody saw.
Hmm.
The greenhouse was like this, so
Okay.
with things floating, the Garden of Fame, yeah, looks similar.
Hmm.
Always using placeholders like Happy Chop, Banana Mama. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not?
Settings, not to box, credits, not to, yeah, so it should, oh, it has sound set
Oh,
now.
that looks
Yeah,
yeah, that looks very similar to what we got.
yes, it's, yeah, the levels are around down here.
Oh, okay.
Uh, you could see your deck here to see which plant was how much it was worth, but it was a pain and nobody saw them, so I
Oh.
just removed it. You see the quests popped up here.
Hmm.
You didn't see the quests; they just what they just popped in, and no settings yet.
Mm.
So let's go to the. I, okay, so from 50 we pop to 108. This
Oh,
should be the next fest version.
so on Next Fest, you were like, all right, this is version one now.
Yes. So
Yeah.
once I said this is going to the public, let's do it version one.
Hmm.
I don't know how it should be done, but
Yeah, that's as good as any, I think. It's-
yeah. Okay.
All
So
right,
let's
have a
go to
splash
the
screen now.
yes. Okay. So
Oh,
this is the next fest.
wow. Yeah, that looks good.
It had it had a bug report window because I wanted
Hmm.
stuff to be reported, and the greenhouse looked like this.
Mm,
Available next version, the jalapeno, but it was super difficult to know which one was already in. You had to lift it, then
right.
try to put it. The unlocking was
Yeah.
with right click or
Oh.
left click. Yes, so it was just too complicated just to pick something that it doesn't
Yeah.
even matter in the game.
Yeah.
The toolbox was on the left,
Hmm.
and these were all the tools 15. So some I just destroyed. The caterpillar doesn't exist anymore.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Became the rats or something, huh?
yeah, the gnome. So it was going to be a tool
Oh.
in which you could block with a gnome that
Mm.
spot, so that nothing spawned there, and then you can
Oh.
break it and use it.
Oh, I see. That would have been useful for
Time
my
travel.
strat. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It would have. Time travel. It was just to skip a turn. I don't know who
Oh.
would use this. And tornado originally was gonna be to mix all the rearrange all the plants like randomly,
Oh, I see.
and the tornado we know now is this one. What's the lawnmower? Clears the board and
Mm-hmm.
uses a turn.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
here I changed to coins,
Hmm.
and there was going to be a design shed. So
Oh.
once again, trying to accomplish too much, which was basically buying stuff to put around your garden, like
To like
windmills.
decorate it.
Yeah, decorated. And I had
Mhm.
this mic system with tips that
Oh.
just popped through the game,
Hmm.
but were super annoying because nobody was reading them, and they
Hmm.
just kept playing. Let me show you how it like this.
Oh. Oh.
So I saw streams of people playing, and they were like this, and they kept playing, and I was like, why aren't you reading?" And then they just did like blah blah blah, and they never used any of this. So yeah, things
Yeah.
I mean, you played so many times, you know how it works, and but the new players don't. So
Yeah. Hmm.
that was a big challenge for me because I'm not a game designer, and I had to play other games and see how they did.
Ah, okay.
And yeah, this is the same. So here, energy collected minus energy used, and the
Hmm.
surplus of your energy was converted to the coins. So
Oh,
it turned into I won't use my energy to get further because I want coins to buy stuff, and
right, right.
it didn't make sense. It
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
make sense. Settings. Yeah. Oh man, this guy's
Oh,
here.
yeah. It's very persistent
Yeah.
tutorial.
Yes. So that was for the next fest. I learned a lot, and the other ones are just like
More
uh,
polish upon that.
yeah,
Hmm.
more of what we have right now. I don't know which one is it. 118. Yeah. So yeah, I I I went learning on the go, game
Yeah,
design, UI design, coding, connecting with Steam. Yeah, this is more of the what we have
right.
tonight. Yeah, I wasn't using the whole space of the screen for the menus, for
Hmm.
example, at this point.
Hmm.
So
Oh, now we
I
have
started.
the.
I
Hmm.
started. Yeah, this is the new one,
Yeah,
which
looks.
makes more sense.
Yeah, looks a lot cleaner. Yeah.
So if you have this mechanic here of dragging and dropping, then I
Mm.
said, okay, let's do the same one for the for this.
Right, right.
It's right, and the quests I believe okay already grouped, by difficulty.
Hmm.
It's like a prototype, and a game I believe it's the same here. Okay, so got rid of all the stuff I didn't want to.
Hmm.
The streak I believe just at this version starts popping on the top. So that's another change. Before it was like an X5,
Hmm.
X2, X3 here,
Hmm.
and nobody noticed it. So now it it's
Oh, yeah.
very clear when it's active and when it's not.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, that's that's about it.
Wow.
That's
What
like
a
the
what a
evolution.
yeah, that is crazy to see from like that Unity a gray box to the to here. It's quite amazing.
Yes,
Yeah. Um,
yes.
what would you say was the most challenging aspect for you? Like, was it the, making the UI? Was it making the, the all those tools, the Steam integration? What would you say was gave you the most heartache?
Uh, the pathfinding was the first
Mm,
one.
mhm,
Um, the integration with Steam wasn't. There are a lot of tutorials,
mm.
so it
Okay.
was tricky, but not the hardest one. The
Okay.
UI wasn't hard because I'm a graphic designer, so I can
Okay.
do all the graphics.
Hmm.
I think the hardest thing wasn't just well the bug fixing. Uh,
Mm.
I just my Unity project has like 20 managers. I have an audio manager, tooltip manager, so it's just not very optimized.
Mm.
And if each time I had to change one thing, like one tool did something different, I had to rework all other scripts because they
Oh.
broke.
Mm.
So that's my a learn lesson is spend more time at the start trying to make each thing as scalable and independent as possible. So
Mm.
at the end, if you want to make your game bigger, you just it's easier to implement
Mm.
than making things like hard coded and just for just for the effect or the
Yeah.
functionality.
Mm.
Um, make like create systems. And I think another thing that was super hard was the localization.
Oh,
So I
localization.
found a YouTube video that said, check your Steam stats and see who has wishlisted from which countries and translate your game to those.
Mm-hmm.
So then did that, and I have like Russian,
Hmm.
Korean, Chinese, Japanese, and it that means that every single string or every single word has to
Yeah.
be translated. So I did it
Yeah.
with Google Sheets,
Uh-huh.
in which you can tell the next cell to
Hmm.
translate the other one to another language. I
Oh,
discovered
okay.
that.
Oh,
So I did
that's a good
the
tip.
English ones, and then all the other cells. But I mean, grammatically, I don't. I have no idea what they say. If they're correct, no. I mean, I don't know Russian. You see,
Right, right.
and this also meant everything I did new, I had to translate it.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
new tool, every new tooltip, every change.
Wow.
The fonts were not compatible. The sizes you see here, for
Yeah.
example, the sizes were totally different.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Chinese, or I don't know what this is,
Yeah, yeah.
but I mean,
Oh,
what?
that's a lot of text.
Yes. So all the tools had to be translated. So I think I just for next time I'm gonna launch in English,
Hmm.
and if it sells, then I do an update in which I
Oh, then you do the localization.
yes,
Mm,
it took like more than a week just to translate and do the setup of all the localization. You have to change all the strings in all the codes in all the scripts,
mm.
and it was a pain. I
Right,
wouldn't
right,
do it again unless I know for sure that all these languages are going to be used.
right, right. Makes sense.
Uh, yes,
Okay,
and that's it. I mean, other
cool.
technical stuff, like the terminology of when you upload a new build, for example, in Steam, they're
Hmm.
called depots, and you have to
Hmm.
run like a CMD program, and you have
Yeah.
to. So it's not friendly. It's not like just like upload and verify, but
Hmm. So a
you
lot
get
of things
working.
to yeah
Yes,
to wrap your head around for the first time. What would you say
yes,
to yeah? I know you gave a good tip earlier was just to keep your play testers close and keep them updated and use that as motivation to keep going.
yes.
Um, how else would you suggest someone? I know you didn't do many devlogs or community
Hmm.
things. So would you say that your biggest kind of drive to go finish this was your friends and family, just having them like play it and things like that?
Yes, it was that. It was also the fact that it's inspired in my father, so
Right,
I had to see it go through.
right.
Um, it's yes, and it was on
Hmm.
my bucket list to publish a game,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I mean this was my shot. It was pretty advanced, and I just went for it.
yeah.
So yeah, my what I would do differently is what I told you, like marketing wise,
Hmm.
make a lot more community as I develop it,
Oh,
because
okay.
at the end you can have a great game or whatever, but if nobody buys
Is
it,
hmm.
so then it's just for you and your friends, and it's not
Right.
worth the effort. Well, it's
Mm-hmm.
worth personally,
Right.
but you want your game to succeed. And something I'm learning right now is that not all comments are going to be positive. Also,
Oh yeah. Hmm.
internet is a mean place. So you're gonna receive good feedback, bad feedback, people saying it's garbage, or stuff, and you just have
Hmm.
to assume not everyone is gonna like or love your game. It's not for
Hmm.
everyone.
Hmm.
Mainly a match five genre is super specific, right?
Hmm.
But that's it. If you have clear goals and you are just doing it as an indie developer for yourself, I think it's okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking some time out of your well-deserved break right after your launch. And yeah, again, Mike's Garden is on Steam, and I look forward to seeing whatever new project or updates for Mike's Garden, as well as whatever new projects you have in the future, Pietro. And thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Lee.
All right.
Thanks.
I'll see you guys later and have a good weekend and hopefully catch Mike's Garden on Steam. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.